Ladies and gentlemen, let Peter hear you.
Yeah! Woo! All right. Welcome, everybody. Grab 3 high fives and a hug and take your seats. Oh. I love it. So many friends here today, so many friends. Welcome to year 13 of our 25-year journey together. I have to say, one of the most extraordinary things about committing to a 25-year journey, as my coach Dan Sullivan said, is the chance to see you guys every year, to build these friendships and the relationships, to see everybody grow at an extraordinary rate in this incredible world that we're in. I'd like to start with setting some intentions for these next 4 days together. The first is critically important for you to understand the power of AI, how rapidly it's growing, and how it holds our world in superposition. One world of extraordinary abundance, another potential world of danger. And it's ours to create the world that we desire. The implications of AI are going to be huge. We're going to be focusing that all day today. My second intention is to help you shape your mindset, your massive transformative purpose, to give you this dose of optimism, to help you really connect with your heart, and to really shape the path of your moonshot. And my greatest hope is that each of you have an MTP you love and a moonshot that wakes you up in the morning, keeps you going through the day. The next is I want you to commit to taking action on your health span. We're in the midst of a health span revolution. Adding decades to your life is within your grasp, and we'll talk about that in detail. Fourth, I want you to meet, connect, and partner with everybody in this room, with those of you on Zoom, to enable you all to create these partnership and friendships, because until we have digital superintelligence, humans are still the only game in town to really create massive impact on the planet. And then finally, and very importantly, I want you to leave the summit on fire, right? With the desire to change the world, the confidence that you can, and the tools to get started, right? Each of you have the potential to transform the planet. I'd like to show you in a moment our new Abundance logo. And I'm going to recognize the extraordinary work of Joel Cave, who has done this beautiful visuals. If you guys have seen the uplifting of our event here in terms of the visuals and the layouts, I just want to thank Joel and his team for that. But this 10 to the 9th plus, it goes back to the earliest days of Singularity University, where Ray Kurzweil and I were having our very first meetings with our students and our faculty. And I went to the board and I wrote 10 to the 9th plus. 10 to the 9th is scientific notation for a billion. And the notion of this is that each of us have the potential to positively impact the lives of 1 billion people. It's never been that way. And that's a very powerful idea, both emotionally and mentally. And so that carrot is the exponential. And that has become the core of our new logo. Let's roll the video. Sound on, please. So I love that video and what it represents. Again, Joel, thank you for your extraordinary work on that. Let's give it up for Joel Cave. As part of this rebranding, we've defined the member levels. We've had 3 levels for some time. Our level 1 members, we used to have the term global virtual. We're doing away with that. Everybody on Zoom, you are our abundance partners. Everybody most of you in the room here today are our Abundance Fellows. We used to have the name General in Person, which sort of rolls off the tongue and hits the floor. And you're our Abundance Fellows. Yeah, let's hear it for your Abundance Fellows, that's right. And then our patrons who are here with us, we will not change that, so thank you all. But we're going to be working that nomenclature in. When you hear me talk about our partners, our fellows, our patrons, you'll know what that means. So we also have a live stream. Part of what we're doing is digitizing, democratizing, dematerializing. And so we have a few thousand people on our live stream today. We have our Abundance members. Many of you have team members at your companies or your family watching this live stream. Welcome to all of you on the live stream. We have our Tech Hub teams, our exhibitors. We have a program called Exponential Mastery. Those members on live stream, welcome. We have Singularity alumni and program partners from around the planet. We have the X Prize staff, Open EXO members from Salim Ismail, and Mom, always love having you watch. So thank you, Mom. Mom is 89 years young today, so I'm going to celebrate her every day I can. There are three people who got this entire program going. It was first off Joe Polish. If you know Joe Polish, you love Joe Polish, who introduced me to Dan and Babs. Dan Sullivan, would you please stand up, please, Dan? I'm so grateful for all that you've done. Dan is the head of Strategic Coach. Many of you are coach members, as I am. And it was 13 years ago where Dan said, listen, I was about to announce the program. He said, if you really want to do something extraordinary, get up there and announce you're going to do this for 25 years straight. And he said that as I'm leaving to go up, and I got up onto the stage, and I said, and I'm doing this for 25 years straight. And, you know, I think your students do well when they accept your guidance. And it changed my life. Just that slight moment of committing to something for 25 years. It's part of your longevity mindset, right? Being able to commit to something for that long. I hope you have something that you love so much that you're willing to commit to it for 25 years as well. We have something else this year we've added called Abundance TV. You have a beautiful Lucite filming studio that Nick Singh and Dana are running for us. Let's take a few clips. We're going to be capturing you to get your wisdom, what you're up to, and share it with the crowd. Let's kick it off, the first one.
Immunis is a clinical stage research company in which we've developed a drug for health span and hopefully lifespan.
You'll be seeing Hans, who's a member of our faculty and also one of our members here, and one more.
I'm the founder of the Superpower Accelerator, and I reinvent founders who've had recent exits or help them build and multiply their brands. And my moonshot is to elevate 10 founders this year and help them reinvent themselves and change the lives of hundreds of thousands, millions of people, or whatever they want to do with their greatest unique ability or superpower.
So, I'd like to find out who is in the room. I'm going to be asking you throughout this program to sort of stand up, get some exercise, keep the blood going. So first off, and those of you, let me back up here a second. Those of you on Zoom, please use your emojis so we can see you. We've got you up on these screens, 150 of you. So use your emojis so I can see who's there as well. So first off, if you're a member of Strategic Coach or Genius Network, please stand up and let us see you. Let's give it up for Coach and Genius. All right. If you're a member of Tony Robbins' programs, if you're a Plaid or a Lion, please stand up and be recognized. Awesome. If you're an X Prize member or benefactor, thank you for your support. Thank you for supporting us. Please stand up and be recognized if you're part of the X Prize. All right. Next, if you live outside the United States, give it up. Stand on up. And then finally, if you've attended the Abundance Summit before this year, if you've been a multi-year, stand on up and let me thank you all. Woo. All right. Thank you guys for coming back. I promise to give you everything I possibly have. It's so important for us to understand where the future is going. Part of it is not just hearing these incredible faculty we're bringing on stage, but it's also getting a chance to play with the technology. We have incredible sponsors and exhibitors this year. First and foremost, I want to just thank from my heart of hearts Google, who's been an extraordinary supporter and sponsor, Google Cloud. They have an incredible exhibit, One Google, right? They've got Starline, which is amazing. You're going to play with it if you haven't yet. They've got Wing there. They've got the whole Google Cloud. Please go and play with this technology. It's transforming the world. We have the founders and the CEO of Invisible here tonight. This is your easy button on AI. Exponential Ventures, my business partner, Dave Blunden, an extraordinary visionary in AI investing, who's the sponsor of the Patron program. Of course, Fountain Life, which I love dearly, which is the sponsor of our Longevity Lounge. And we have Abra, which is our crypto sponsor. And by way of being our crypto sponsor, 10 years ago, I gave away Bitcoin. This year, we're giving away a Solana airdrop. So not only are we giving away a Solana airdrop, $250 worth of Solana, we're having a lottery for $2,500 of Bitcoin. If you'd like to participate in that, please go to the Abra booth. You can sign up for an Abra account in 5-6 minutes, and you'll get your Solana, no additional cost required. And get a chance to play in this world. Tomorrow night we'll go in deep on crypto, on DeFi, on digitized assets. It's going to be an extraordinary evening. Last year, we had Wi-Fi problems. I said, never again. I called my friends at Starlink. I said, please come help. They brought the power of 7,000 spacecraft orbiting the planet. So I want to thank our connectivity partner in Starlink. Hopefully, all of you guys know this already. The Wi-Fi network is A360 attendees. The password is Abundance 2025. I said, that's so boring. Next year, I'm going to make it, I want my MTP. I think it's a much better password. Our badges. The badges have meaning. So on the back of the badge is an online agenda, so you always can know what's going on. You've got the Wi-Fi information. Here is a badge of a fellow with all the same colors, your company, location. And you've got a QR code. And when you image the QR code of someone you're speaking to, what will pop up is a connection to Abundance Hub, and the system, the Gen AI model, will look at your background, your MTP, your moonshot, their background, and give you the 5 topics in common that you want to speak to that person about, right? This is meant to accelerate networking at hyperspeed. We have a number of different badge types: patrons, fellows, faculty, guests, sponsors. We have some media here for the first time ever. So if you're saying something, make sure you know whether it's someone in the media. Our media is in the back of the room here, but they're listening. We will ask always whether the faculty want things on the record or off the record. On Zoom, we have these Zoom backgrounds, which I love, and we also have the QR code on everybody on Zoom, as you can see on their imagery here on the side of the room. And that QR code allows you to image and connect with that person on Zoom as well, or during a Zoom breakout. Posting is welcome on X or whatever platform you want. Where hashtags are a thing of the past, so we invite you to tag at Abundance360 or at Peter Diamandis or whomever you want to tag for this. And then we're going to be using polls and Q&A. So what I'd like you to do is pull out your phone or pull out your device that you're going to be using to interact. I want you to go into the Abundance Hub app. Hopefully all of you guys have downloaded it. And I want you to click on the polls and Q&A button, if you would. We're going to run 2 polls to test it out, because we're going to be using these polls throughout the program. It's also the mechanism by which you're going to submit questions if you don't get to the mic, and upvote questions so we can hear all of you as well as everybody on Zoom. And so here is, and by the way, you've got on your tabletop as well that little sign with a QR code that allows you to go straight to the polling question. So let's get to our first poll. What is your go-to LLM? Is it Google, Claude, GPT, OpenAI, Grok, Llama? Which is it? Go ahead and answer that question if you could. Okay, we're reconnecting the internet to Slido, so if it didn't work right away, give it a microsecond, or actually a couple of seconds. Okay, all right. Great, so we're collecting the answers, and then we'll show you the numbers in a moment. Okay, answer is... Answer really is? Okay, all right. The team is telling me they're connecting the Slido poll to the AV system. You know my old saying, right? AI is easy, AV is hard. So what's the winning answer so far? ChatGPT. What's next? Grok. Okay, well, you guys have the answers there. Good. Fine. I'm going to move on to our next poll then. Here it is. How long do you plan to live? I'm going to live till 80, and I'm going to die looking good. 90, 100, 120. Dan, I've always got 156 there for you. Or I plan to make it to longevity escape velocity and keep going. What's your target age? And then let me move it on Wednesday. What's that? We're still on the A one. Can we flip over to the poll 2, please? They're working on it. Is it working now? Okay. All right, here we go. We're live. All right, everybody, coming in hot and heavy at longevity escape velocity tied with 120. All right, I love it. I guarantee you don't go into any other room on the planet and see people answering like this. All right, we'll talk about these numbers on Wednesday. Welcome to our women's group and women's Ascend group. They had a meeting yesterday. Here's their photograph. The guys in the audience, don't feel bad. I got kicked out as well. So, let's talk about the 4 days ahead. Today is AI all day. We're going a deep dive. It's going to leak into Tuesday, but Tuesday is an exponential technology day. It's robots, it's drones, it's crypto, it's 3D printing, it's AR and VR. Wednesday morning is longevity. Wednesday afternoon is moonshots. Incredible moonshot speakers this year. I'm excited to have conversations with who have massively disrupted industries. And Thursday, very important, is our integration day, right? You're going to hit a brick wall when you go home. 500 emails, your team screaming about problems. Having Thursday morning is a critical time to integrate for you to set objectives for the year ahead, right? So please don't skip out on your forum group meetings Thursday morning. There'll be a closing picnic. I want to share some opening thoughts. I want to put you in the right mindset, how fast the world is moving. I love this slide. Our ancestors would see us as gods, right? What you did between breakfast and lunch today is extraordinary. Being able to FaceTime the other side of the planet, know any information you want. We're literally becoming omniscient, omnipotent, and omnipresent in our abilities, but we take this stuff for granted. The theme of this session is convergence. You know, it used to be you can be an expert in any one of these areas, and that would give you an extraordinary future. But today, it's the combination of 3, 4, or 5 of these that are creating these overlapping waves of disruption, reinventing entire industries. That's our theme, to talk about how fast the world is moving due to this kind of convergence. Here's computation driving all of it. So between 1958 and roughly the start of the last decade, we had Moore's Law, computation doubling every couple of years. Pretty steady, right? Pretty predictably steady. But then, in the last decade, we started 10xing computation every year. Here's another slide to look at this. This is NVIDIA. Between 2016 and 2024, NVIDIA has increased compute 125 times faster than Moore's Law. Right? This is 20,000 teraflops, 20,000 trillion operations per second on this Blackwell chip. I mean, these numbers don't mean anything because they're so extraordinarily large, but the implications are profound. Now, one of the reasons that's driving this is the massive amount of capital flowing in. And I want you to